Our legal department, co-comments and reviewers, and Mr Vishola from the KJ Landlady branch have a case of salary denial reported by Mr. Okimi Peter Dane against Montage Company. Please join us as we interview the parties for a peaceful resolution. Visit our website on www.hrdac.org.ng. Thank you. Okay, please, let's hear from you. What is the issue?
Alright, so,
Please speak up, speak up.
my name is Peter Daniel. I work with montinge since June 19, and then not um, on 28th June. Then on 18th June, I was called on Sunday to go and work with
You
Mr.
work there
Ash
as what?
as a driver. So I was called by Mr. Ashito in the first place to come and work on Sunday. And then I told him that, okay, the issue, I don't have a transport and I was not at work on Saturday. So by signing a work for me on Sunday, they should have called me and then give me information before that Sunday. Now for now, what I have is 500 naira. Coming to work, how to come back home, I don't know what to do about it. And Mr. Shito told me that I should try come and look for way out. That he doesn't want any problem from MD. That he needs his work on that day. That already my name is on platform, which I told him that I don't. I'm not on platform by them because I lost my big phone. So the phone I was using, I'm just managing it. At least somebody to be able to reach me by call. So at the end of the day, I just have to call my friend, which is working with me, that please, so this is the challenge I'm facing. And then I have to resume to work this afternoon. I think that was already after 11. And then that's okay. What you can do, go and work. At the time you finish, then you can come to my place and I will give you transfer to go back.
Have they done that?
Which on my way going, the HHR also called me. And then I gave her the same explanation. But already I'm on my way. But this is my challenge. And he told me that I should just try and get there. That I doesn't want MD's.
The HR called you.
Yes,
Who
yes.
is the HR?
Mrs. Joy, yes. So, and then I told her that I'm already on my way. But my challenge is transportation. The 500 naira left with me, that is what I'm going to use now. So when I got to the office, I collected the key from the security and then announced a sign out. Probably that day I went for Ajia, the one that said some provision. He gave me two Gary 100 naira that day. You know, another way for me to at least have some stamina to do the job. So I went for Mr. Sito. We did the work at the end of the day. We got back home. I dropped him in his apartment. When I dropped him, I equally asked him again that, sir, I don't have transport to go back home. Now I'm left without transport. Please, sir, can you help me so that my way going to the office, I can branch to my friend to go and collect some money and then go to my house.
Who did you tell?
Mr. Ashito is the
Is it
person.
the Mr. Ashito?
No, he's not the one. He's not here. He's the person that worked with that very Sunday on 18th. I now said, okay, Mr. Peter, I don't have money to give you. If I have money, I would have give you the money to go. But since I don't have money, go and collect the money, and from then you go and park the car at the head office. Then you can close for the day. So that is how I was embarked on the journey. Going to Osborne at the traffic light. I'm already at the service lane to park at the bus stop. That is when the last man stopped us from the front. And Mr. Godwin was at my back, coming with full speed and was like trying to violate the rules. That is how he hit the car from the back. And that is the whole
Who is
incident.
Mr. Godwin?
Mr. Godwin is the person that hit my car.
Who is this person?
He is HR. He worked as HR department also. Mr. Obina.
Did you sign your consent?
No, she signed the one. Are we supposed to sign something?
Yeah, because if I'm to interview you, once your voice is to enter this, you must sign it before you enter. So if you've not signed, you can go and sign it. Otherwise, you sit here, so I can deal with both of them.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll sit here.
Yes, please. Go ahead.
So that is how the incident happened. And when the incident happened on that very day, the last man at the checking point, who is controlling the traffic lights, intervened on that issue on the incident. And the Mr. Godwin was trying to blame the last man. That is the cause of the accident. And then the last man was okay. Mr. Man, you are the one that sent me to work here. You are the one that also tell me when to stop car. I stop car. The two car ahead of you stop. The second car did not hit the one in the front. You are the third person and you hit the second car. Still yet, that one did not hit the front one. Then how does it be his fault? So as end of the day, after they shut out their issue, then the man wanted to go and say, Mr. Man, you are not going anywhere. You have to repair this car because it's a company car and it's not my car. So where are you going?
So
So,
when you
so
picked the car, where were you going?
ma,
Where were you going with the car before you were hit?
when I got accident,
Where were you? Yes.
yeah, I was going to actually pick a transport from my friend.
Your friend.
Yes, which I reported to Mr. Ashito that I worked with that day. That I don't have transport to go back. And then
The day you went there to work, were you supposed to be on duty?
no, we are not assigned to work on Sunday in the initial stage. But later the management has a meeting and said that everybody must work on Sunday.
On Sunday that you'll be paid extra work, extra fees or how?
Nothing like that, ma. We are not giving transport. We are not giving any extra money. And it's not our schedule with them. And I still thank God. I think their driver also brought them here. He also testified about that.
You did not attach your appointment letter again.
Ma?
You did not give them your appointment letter when you came to report this case.
But he's here with me. I brought it the other day.
Let me see. I need to cite you. Still working now. Just the appointment. All these are your appointment letter. All this is attached to appointment letter.
Yes, well, those are my appointment letter. Because the contracts may end after 1 year, but if they like your service, they will extend your contract. And that is how they continue to extend the contract every until 28th September, June, before they give me.
This is not visible. In your appointment letter, there's no place they stated that you'll be working on on Sunday, right?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
And when they say they make the revision, was there any official letter to serve you?
There was no official letter.
Go ahead.
So then when the incident happened, as I end of the day, the last man have to come in and begin to judge the matter from that spot.
You said all that.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Then I called my HHR, which is there with me. This is exactly what happened. I gave her all the story, and that's okay. If that should be the case, reported the case in police station. Then let's see how we'll go about it on Monday. Today is Sunday, and then there's no much manpower to send any other persons to me. So, and at that point, the man in question, which is Mr. Godwin, was later begging that we should resolve the matter. Released me with 20,000 naira. I said, no, I don't do that. So you give me 20,000 naira, the damage will not disappear before tomorrow morning. Let's go to the office. As end of the day, if the management decide to collect 20,000 naira, I'm okay by that. But for me, I will not collect 1 naira on the road. So as end of the day, the last man now told him, go and meet them in the office so that you can now talk to them. He's a driver. He cannot decide anything by himself. And the man agreed, say we should go. From there, before we left, the last man snapped my car and his own car and took our numbers. And I also took his number. And then before then, I've already snapped the man car. So we were going on the way after close to NNPC. Then the man diverted. He diverted. I was chasing him to take one way. So that process, he diverted to Bodlon. Then it was almost have another accident with another jeep that was coming from Island. Then as I was coming from the back, because he matched automatic brake, and now hit him from the back again, and the car was also, my own car was affected from the front. So from there, the man ran away. When the man ran away, I have nothing to do. I call my HR again. This is the situation. It's okay, go to police. I call the last man. The last man said I should manage the car to his place. Then let him have this picture or take a look of it. That he would like to be my witness anywhere.
Mr. Godwin, hold on. Mr. Godwin hit your car behind.
Yes.
And please, I need some tons of refreshment. And the last man advised both of you.
Yes, sir.
So go to the office.
Yes, sir.
There
Yes,
will
ma'am.
be an official.
document.
Did you report at any police station?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Did you make the report before you chased him?
No,
Before you were chasing after him?
in the first place, we were going to the office. Agreed that we should be going to the office, so that the manager, that he doesn't want to go station, I should take him to the office, so that he will go and beg the management there, instead of going to police station. And the last man answered, okay, in case if there is anything, I will have both of you evident. And he now snapped the car and took the man.
So you did not go to the station again?
No, I reported it to police station at the end of the day, but not at the initial time. But it was that very day when the man ran and escaped. Then I went to the police station and I document everything.
Okay, what about the one you went and hit the car? You're the one that hit him the second time.
No, it was the when he was running, he was trying to escape, that he matched brake for the other jeep that was coming ahead of him. So we are as the next person to them.
Have you been interviewed here before?
Yes.
Have you been interviewed?
Yes.
This your statement, this last statement of you hit the man behind, you never say that.
No, okay, maybe it's a mistake.
It's not a mistake, it's your statement.
Okay.
I was the one that interviewed you.
Okay.
I'm asking you a question, not okay. I interviewed you, right?
Yes, ma'am.
The day you were trying to connect to the woman, you gave a statement,
Yes.
and you never made mention that you hit the man. But this is an offense now. Offense from you, offense from him. He hit you behind, and you hit him also behind. He damaged the car at the front, he damaged the car behind. I want to clear something here.
But I can say something about that.
It's a question I'm asking. I need a response.
Actually, if I did not mention anything on that day concerning that one, means it's my mistake, or maybe I forgot
How will
to
you
do on that.
forget such an incident? You damaged the car. The car was damaged in the front. Am I right? Or was it not damaged? Can you lose it, please?
Yes, the car was damaged in the front.
Uh, and you forgot that you damaged the car at the front.
It's, I don't think it's not forgotten. I can
You deliberately
actually
don't
say
want to mention it.
no, ma.
Go ahead.
If I deliberate, I wouldn't have mentioned it today.
Because you know those that will confront you and give a proper statement is also it's both of you that will intervene. Go ahead.
Okay, so when we were both agreed going to the office, then the man was escaping. So when I tried to cut him, then he was also having an accident with a jeep. So by matching that brake, that is when I hit him from we hit him from the back. But on that day, when I go to the police station and then I document everything and I reported like I was saying today, and the policeman asked, okay, hitting the man or not hitting the man on my own, that is not my issue. That the first thing that the man hit me and he was running away. And any time that you hit somebody and you were running away, that any accident that happened at that course should also be as you who were trying to escape.
The issue
That
is that you did not tell the office that you also hit them behind. That is what I'm saying.
although I told them,
Don't
but
take
for
me
you,
back.
I
Please
don't.
go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. So I made the report in the police station, and then I gave them the man number. The police called my HHR at that time, and both of them agreed that okay, on today we cannot do anything about it, but on Monday morning, then you have to come to the office. Then we'll tell you the procedure how to track the man, because at that time the man has already run away. So as end of the day, on Monday morning, when I go to the police station, to my office, I reported the case officially, and then CFO now said that they are not going to do any police case over this matter. That since the man has run away, that is my business to repair their car. But if and since the man cannot come, I should get ready to pay for the damage. I said, sir, but the only thing I will need from the company now is to how to help me out and track this very man, so that from there I will now know what to do about the car. He now say no, say he never take that one from anybody. Then thank God, as we were talking, the man himself who hit me now called me. When the man called me, I was with a CFO, and I told the CFO that this is the man calling me now. He said, okay, I should pick the call. The man now cut the call. He now asked me that I should call the man myself.
I don't need all those things. Go straight to the point. You call you call him, he call you, you call
So
you.
as end of the straight point is that the man now came and reported himself in the office to me that he has come, I should take him to the management. And that is when I took the man to the management, handing over to security, and the security now took him to HHR. And they now give me a message that I should take that the same car to BMC for giving them the quotation, how much is it going to cost them. So that is how it happened. Then when I got to BMC, we came back from there. I did not meet the man again, and the company, the management did not tell me anything about the man until I even went for HHR, and then I asked HHR that what is the next procedure. He now say, well, the management they are on it. That when they finish, they will let me know. I said, okay, no problem. So I waited, and then they gave me a key to another car. Then I was working with them till on 28th June. That is when they now called me in the morning and give me indefinite suspension. That they want to investigate this matter until they are satisfied with my statement before they know what to do. So I think in between June getting to July ending or ending, they now called me and asked, okay, ma'am, because I'm not in Lagos in the first place, I gave them the dates that I was able to go, which I tried to meet up. Then when I got there, that is when they now give me sack letter that I don't have any other benefit and I don't have any, that they will not pay my salary because the man begged, please, that he doesn't have money to pay for the damage of the car and they don't have anything to do with the man rather than to free them. And I asked, if somebody who is the offender and you are freeing him, you are also sacking me and you are not paying my that month salary, I think it's not fair. So that is the reason I refused to sign the the sack letter they gave to me on that day, and I dropped it with them before I proceed to come and report it.
Okay, let's hear from the HR. Good afternoon, please. Can you respond?
Okay. I'm very brief. I'm not going to say much, but I'll just say based on what because you called and I wanted to know what I was being called for. I work in an organization and any decision or anything being done is purely based on the information I get from the management. On a certain day, I can't remember the particular date was in June. Peter, before that day, Peter was assigned to drive one of our staff. He was put on duty to drive our staff to different locations. At the close of business, at the close of work on that Sunday, he was meant to drop the vehicle back at the office, take the staff to the house and drop the vehicle back to the office. Before that incident happened, I called Peter to tell him, I said, have you seen the timetable that was posted on the platform? And he said no, that he didn't see anything. I said, well, on the platform, you are meant to be on duty at this certain day. And issue of transport or whatever, I don't know when it's there telling the staff, the staff that he didn't have transport to get to work or something. But the fact is that he was being placed on duty to work at a certain day and he was meant to drive and at the end of the day go and drop the vehicle back to the office. But Peter, after dropping the staff, drove the vehicle to an undisclosed destination where he was not assigned to. And you're not meant to drive the vehicle, the company vehicle, to any unknown destination. So once you are given a task to drive the vehicle, you are meant to drive the vehicle only for official reasons. So Peter dropping the staff and going to wherever he was not being assigned to and damaging the vehicle, totally damaged, such that we had to take the vehicle for proper assessment. As we speak, that vehicle both back and the front is totally damaged. And the invoice for that vehicle is over about 1 million for the repairs on that vehicle. He was given a suspension, which we wanted to use that period to to uh, assess all his claims, saying somebody hit him and all that. And he knows very well that you are not meant to drive the vehicle for any unofficial purpose. He was meant to drop the staff at Lekki and go straight to VI, but instead driving down to Osborne, thereby damaging our company vehicle. So and the company says, okay, this is what it is. We called him and I called him. I said, okay, after all because he was initially given indefinite suspension. Later on, once the company made the decision and were asked to summarily dismissed for this issue. And before now, we have had issues whereby even Peter damaged the car, he was not even debited. I have incidents that I have proofs inside this file.
Let's see.
And even on my phone, I have the incidents of the damaged vehicle. That was why I wanted to bring in the phone.
Prayer one or
Yeah, no, this recent one, the damage on the vehicle, both the front and the back. And I have the invoice we received from the company that we took our vehicle to to do a proper assess of the damage done on the vehicle. Then series of queries. There was a time that he had an accident on the vehicle that was assigned to him, and MD said, okay, he should pay for his certain one. Then another one, he was being forgiven and asked that he should leave it. But this particular one, he couldn't just leave it because
Same vehicle or other vehicle?
no other vehicle. The other one was, I think, he lost. This one was a Toyota vehicle. There are series of there are incidences inside this file. There are incidences inside this file. You may want to have a look at this file to look at the various incidences, the various rulings that have been issued to him. There was a strong whereby he had an issue on our vehicle and the company allowed him to go with, without being asked to pay for anything.
Damage.
Yes.
Can I see it?
This was in 2022. Okay. Can read this one. Then read his response and then the MD's response saying that he should be allowed to leave.
This is your report.
Yes, that's a very good one. That was good.
It was heard that you drove and damaged one of the lights at the back of the hillock. This incident was not reported to the appropriate authority, including your manager. A procedure you were a procedure you are well aware of it until it was discovered. Most of the vehicle now have dents in different areas of the body, which was not the case before you started driving it. These acts, as alleged above to have been committed by you, amount to the misconduct which is proved, would warrant disciplinary action against you accordingly. You are hereby required to write to the Human Resources Department within 12 hours and explain in details why disciplinary action should not be taken against you.
The response is important.
In respect of that, I hereby admit to my what misstated and apologize to the management for that act. Sorry to say once again, and to put more light on the incident that happened on Tuesday, 21st night at night after dropping the policeman at the what at the bus stop 12:45 a.m. A bus driver hit him from the back, coming down to take a look before he could not he ran away. The truth is that I would have reported before when they discovered that when we left, but we did not come to work on Friday, which is 22nd, thinking to report by Monday the following week before it was discovered. With due respect, I ask from the management to consider my apologies from Peter whatsoever. Is it your right now? Is this in your right
Then
now?
the next one is the MD's.
Location that received written on further damage and in particular. Light on this location led to receive a written warning on further damage and particularly on not reporting them. Damage to body work, dents and so on. You are free to address this not hindered by any remorse apology. I will be held responsible for the investigation carried out should be notice not on body when any of these incidents and damage have been which point to reckless driving. Hence is driving the vehicle likely will be held responsible to repair the bodywork as noted. If he never reported any of this, he never bothered to address or apologize in court. it can be spread out clearly concern. They should also be given a written warning to further damage to the vehicle. Are you aware of this?
I was not damaging the car. I think there was a memo that they gave to me to sign that I damaged the car by then. And I told them that that is not damage. Issue of damage is different thing. Maybe issue of damage is when you were like, the car is totally wrong. What happened on that car is totally right off. Like I said, we dropped MG, I think almost one.
What is damage?
Damage is when something is beyond repairable. I
Really?
think to my own best of knowledge, I'm not
Really?
saying I'm giving the best definition.
What is damage? Damage is when there is anything dent and anything that changes the face, the original face of
Okay,
anything
of
is
anything.
damage.
Okay.
If you scratch this laptop, you have damaged it with the face it because that is not the original
Face.
face of the of whatever. So if you scratch the car and the car is no longer, they need to have to spray, even if they are to respray it again to the same color. The fact remains that you have even damaged it. Spraying it is not the original color that it comes with. So that is what they call damage. You must not destroy things beyond
Yeah.
as a write-off for them to say it's damage.
Okay, accepted. So on that issue, like
Aside this query, did you have any other query?
the any other query that I have, I think is with them. The other query I have, either have or one or two query before.
As regard to reckless driving and damaging of vehicles,
No.
or what?
I think this one that he has is that you are reading there. I was debited for 80,000 naira, which I paid.
80,000
Yes,
from your salary.
yeah, for my salary. So it was the light issue. That is that one, and it was a little crack. Then when MD decided they should change it, but he now say they should not debit me for the lights. That the body,
So what did they debit you for?
the spreading, and it was not that I scratched the car. It was a car that Mopo used to enter with gun, and I drove that car for like 2 years before MD give this excuse. So when they were entering the car, the mouth of their gun or the body will touch the body at hand.
Did you tell them each time that the mopo gun touch the vehicle? Did you call the attention of them?
I caught their attention, and
What did you tell?
I told the MD when he asked me.
No, before they ask you, did you first? There is something they call reports now. You go
What?
out with vehicle and something happened to the vehicle, or as the maybe in the point of taking the mopo, one of them just maybe they just want to play and the boot or whatsoever scratched the vehicle and you see a dent. Did you come back to the office and report to the MD that at the
Actually,
point of this is what happened to the car?
actually, I did not report to them to anybody. But even when they came out to go and spare the car on that very day, to honestly speaking, everybody was saying that if not for the light that broke here, this one is not nothing that they will go and spray the car for nothing or anything because the dent was just like all those small dents at the body. And
If
then I
a small
told them,
dent that
but when
make
the
car
manage-
to be
sorry,
right
ma.
off now.
but when the management decided that they should go and paint it, then I should pay, which is it cost them 80,000 naira, and then debit me the 80,000 naira from my salary.
What of the light?
Is the line that them did not say they should leave that one.
The light
That
cost how much?
No, I don't know how much.
Where did they take the vehicle to go and paint?
BMC.
BMC.
Yes.
Okay. Are you in any other one, any other query against
I
it?
think there is because I joined in this year.
The
The query with the other queries are the ones. Okay, here's broken lights. The next query is
They might have something to say.
go ahead.
Okay. What you were saying that my name was placed on platform, that I'm the next person to work on
That
Sunday.
is the question I want to ask.
Yes. Like I rightly say, When
Are you in the platform?
I'm on the platform with my big phone, and when I lost my big phone, I reported to her because like 3 days in the office, they try to reach me. Nobody can reach me because I don't have phone. Then when he send message to me, I go to our office. I say, madam, this is the problem. I don't have phone. They stole my phone on my way coming to work in the morning 3 days ago. So now either you send somebody to me to come and call me, which he also
Are
was
you living in the compound there?
no the company.
When you say they should be sending someone to go to
No,
come and
when
call her,
when at working hour, because it's an upstairs while we are downstairs, maybe driver's lodge. So at the time he was trying to reach me on phone, he could not get me until he sent message to me that he was calling me, and my line was not going. And then I explained myself to her. So by then when I got the small phone that I was using, I told her I'm not on platform with this phone till further notice, which all of them knows. And then on Saturday, before that Sunday that the incident happened.
is it a WhatsApp platform?
Yes, it's a WhatsApp platform. That Saturday, they should go and check my record. If I come to work that day, I did not come to work. That was, I think that should be on 17th June. I did not go to work. I was at home on Sunday. As usual, we don't used to work on Sunday from the beginning, but just suddenly the issue of working on Sunday came in, and they never call me
How
before
much
Sunday.
is your salary? How much is the salary they send?
It's 90,000. Apart from a day that I did not go to work, which is Saturday.
Is this supposed to be a monthly salary?
That is my monthly salary.
90,000. Richard, according to your statement, you said you sent a message to the platform that he was supposed to be on duty on Sunday.
A member of my team did that.
Hmm?
A member of my team.
But were you told that his phone was not working?
He mentioned that his phone was not working, but did he ever come back tell us that he had not got back his phone? And this is a platform. This is a platform that all drivers are on, and every driver, you know what, when you are actually on duty. You are not at work on Saturday, but we meant to start calling you to say, oh, but everybody checks that platform. Oh, am I on duty? Am I not on duty? You don't need to come and start telling Peter. If you don't do that to others, why would you do that to
No, you don't
to
do
Peter?
that. Excuse me, mother. Excuse me. You know, Africans who want to use people as if they are the animal. But first, people are working with you. You first have to consider them as a human being first. As you are working as HR, the company does not belong to you. It's not your father's inheritance. You work there like every other person, and one day you will definitely leave. So if you don't resume, you are somebody you have been going to work every day, right from the day you are being employed, and of a sudden you were not found in the office. Yes, it is the responsibility of your co-workers or even your subordinate to check on you. Why are you not at
Of
work?
course, madam, we do
But
that.
you just say, do you expect
We do
anybody to
that.
be calling you
To
while you
call
are
you,
not at work?
that's not what I
What if
said,
this,
ma.
God forbid, this
That's
guy
not
died?
what I
Would you have
said.
would you have
Madam,
wake him
that's not
from
what
death?
that's not what I said. I didn't say that. What he is expecting is that we should have called him to tell him that you are the one to work on Sunday. There are times some drivers do not come to work on Saturday. That person might even be off on Saturday because we work on Saturdays. There are times you might even be off
There should,
on
once
Saturday.
he officially reported to you that his phone is not working, the alternative is to send an SMS or put a call across to him, because it's not a permanent routine. Assuming you place a routine on your wall, and he knows every Sunday, Sunday 21st, Sunday 3rd, Sunday 5th, you are working, then you should know that he will be at work. But if you are reshuffling them, of a sudden you send a message overnight, you are working tomorrow, or today you have to send message, you are working next tomorrow, anything could have happened.
Madam, that message, we usually send that message at the beginning of the week, and this message was sent even before Peter lost his phone. Peter lost his phone during the course of the week, and that message was sent. That message was sent any part of the week. Any part of the week, from Monday, between Monday and Tuesday, the message is usually being sent. So we give people room to make whatever arrangement, and whoever works on Sunday definitely has an off day during the course of the week. So we give you room to
Okay,
plan.
who created the platform? Did you also give a condition that if you send a message to the platform, all the platform, everyone in the platform have to acknowledge that they got the message?
Some people have acknowledged because they are all there on the platform. All drivers are there on the platform. So so you see your scheduled dates. So it is assumed that once it is placed there and you are there on the platform, you don't see it on Monday, you definitely see it on Tuesday. You are on WhatsApp. What my own point that I'm trying to make here is that
Yeah.
I don't call any driver to tell you you are you uh, this person is on duty, this person. The ones that don't even have Android phones, they come and tell us that please, oh, I don't have Android phone, and I tell them, you know what, follow up with your colleagues. Once they see and they see your name, well, that's what I
They should
tell them.
know that is not official. That is not an official notice. You can't ask somebody go and follow up with your colleagues. There must be an alternative. You created a platform where people use Android phone, and people that are working, everybody have diverse problem. Android phone is not it could not be any other person's problem. You have your problem, the reason why you are working, and you cannot go and get Android phone because your HR want to be sending you your routine on your phone. If you send a message via a platform, then you should also send an SMS.
I don't know, that's not the problem. But the thing is that
Making it mandatory that they have to be
Peter
getting
is just trying to
information from their colleagues,
Peter
then
is
it's
just
not
trying to
it's
create
not
he's
it
just
doesn't
trying to
sound
create an
professional.
excuse out of this issue. He's trying to make an issue out of this, which is not. He's trying to make an issue out of this.
Okay, on the secondly, he has worked with you people for over 4 to 5 years, right? And you passed a memo that all the staffs will be working on Sunday. What is the remuneration of the changes? Because in his appointment later, there was no change of such that you will be compelled to work on Sunday. And once you change a working routine of a staff, or you increase extra days to work, there must be a remuneration. How come that you
There
people
was no
increase it
extra day,
without?
so please can I let my colleague also, because that was the reason why I actually
He
brought
will
him
sign
here.
it. That is why he's
He
there. If you
needs
want
to
to
my
sign
colleague
it
will
and let
need
me
to
hear you out. The
he will
reason
need
is
to
well
also
here.
need to see. Please open up, please can you just please.
Come and give me your consent. You give me your consent, then you cannot resist. You write your name, then sign the
Where do I
letter.
write my name?
Write where your name is in front of her name. You write and sign. Sign it.
Would that be all?
Date, please.
Today is 5.
Yeah. Thank you. Have the seat as well. You can be able to read it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Um,
My
I joined
question.
the company last year,
Okay.
February,
Yeah.
and as at the time I joined the company, those of them
Please, I
that
need water, please.
those of them that had joined before me had their offer letters and some other thing, but the MD of the management wanted us to streamline because we have expatriates,
Okay.
and those expatriates they work Monday to Sunday, but with a day off, which can be any day, and therefore they need a driver to drive them the day that they are working. So the day
When
that they
did the
go off,
expatriates join the company?
the expatriates had joined long ago, even before me.
Okay.
Okay,
And
so
all the while they have been working on Sundays.
yes,
Have you been
and
driving the expatriates on Sunday? You've worked there
he
for
was
5 years.
assigned to MD. He had been driving MD.
Then they work on Sundays.
No,
Okay.
so it was when the offense came up, and Dinan said, "Don't drive me anymore. Go to the pool." So that's how Peter came to pool.
and be driving
And
them
be driving,
on
yes,
Sunday.
every is not only Peter. Like the HHR has said, if you work this Sunday, you will have a day off within the week.
What I mean, as at the time you pass a memo, there was a fresh meeting done. He was never part of people working on Sunday. There are people that was driving the expatriates that worked on Sunday, which their remuneration was discussed, and they know their days, their working hours, and how much they are being paid. He was just joined to be working on Sundays.
It's not done that way. All the drivers,
Mm,
as long as you are in pool,
mm.
right, you can be assigned to work with these expatriates together. Then another person can be assigned for next weekend. That
When
is
when
how
was
we rotate the drivers.
when did that started?
That has been on. The only one reason he is affected is because he was moved from empty to pool.
Yeah, but if that is what is obtainable,
Yeah.
you're supposed to reflect in his appointment.
I was coming to that now.
Okay.
That is why I told you I joined last year February.
Yeah.
And if I show you, maybe what I will do is when I get to office, I can munch, even though people's employment letter is personal and secret, but that particular, I can even mail it to you if you want, has been carrying that your employment is Monday to Sunday, but with a day off, which is still that if you work Monday to Saturday, you have your Sunday off. But this time around, because of the nature of your job, you are working Monday to Sunday, but with a day off. It is clearly
Are they
stated.
earning the same salary?
Yes, some of them earn the same salary, and some earn less, some earn higher. As I speak to you, with that salary that Peter is earning it because he was driving empty. Even when Peter MD asked Peter to come back to full, the salary was not reduced. The salary remained. As a matter of fact, it was that same last year that Peter's salary was moved to 90,000. I wrote that letter. And there were about three of you, Femi and Daniel. So the thing is here, man. Peter, he's here. He has not had the best of time because of his antecedents. He is short-tempered. He is rude. But that is Peter's personality. And nobody will judge him based on that, even though he can improve upon himself as a human being. Yeah. But this particular incident happened. Even within us too, we were still trying to okay. That was why when that incident happened, Peter was still coming to work. We only give him a break. He was still coming to work until management decided that no, Peter has to be suspended. Even in our own plea, which of course I'm not supposed to be saying, all right, that didn't happen. And then when management decided that okay, you know what, Peter's appointment has to be terminated for this since he has been queried before for damaging a vehicle. The things that we do behind, we will not come publicly to say, I stood for you, or I spoke this, or I said this, I said that. But the truth is that management is management, and there is little or nothing one can do on their own. What we can do is appeal to management, but if they choose not to, we can't do otherwise. There has been some issues as well when something will happen. We will call them, you know what, just appeal. Just say you are sorry, just say you are this, and then everybody goes back to normal. And I saw the letter that they
The
wrote.
offer letter is even here, Monday to Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Monday to Sunday.
Look at it.
It's written and one day off.
Me.
Then the other
Not-
damaging of the
Hmm?
car.
Not at my own time. Maybe it's a recent.
Peter,
you give-
who signed this? Bring your.
You give them
bring
offer
your
letter
photocopy.
without signing.
No,
Ma, see,
no, this document is in here. This document that is
Yeah.
inside the
It's
office.
the
It's not
invoice.
Is this your
Peter,
signature?
please come and check because I have
Well,
not
this is my
joined
signature.
2019.
This is my signature.
So why are you denying? Is it that you don't read when they give you document or what?
No, ma.
You don't read.
I read well.
So how
Please,
did
please
what
can you
happened here?
present the photocopy of this document so that
Excuse me, let me say something.
Sit down. Don't need to stand it up.
If-
present the photocopy. Let's see whether maybe
If
this
I'm
is
too-
manufactured.
If at 219, if at 219, and the management give me an offer letter that I work from Monday to Sunday, I will never take that job. Because recently, when an
This
issue
is the
came,
copy of yours.
This is the copy.
Eh? It's not about you think so. This is your hand
Yes, now
signature.
you need
now.
something to place here. Fan is destroying.
that's my signature.
Eh? You don't need to take me too much. I have a lot to do today.
That's my signature.
You can only deal with evidence. Whatever we are dealing with here, evidence. This is your signature, right?
That is this one doesn't. You need to provide this one. This page. So that should be.
This is the complete of your. Please, can you staple this one? That is your.
So that doesn't. I don't know whether it's Peter's or it's from the phone.
Things should be on it. Maybe I think it's a favorite idea.
No, from here, they say, Dear Peter,
No.
this is your offer letter. And you suppose anytime we'll keep educating people, even when we visit labor unions and all these staff unions, we always educate them on what they should let their staff know. Because we will have zero tolerance for any company to be taking advantage of workers. That's we can't take. Even if it is 1 naira they are owing you, we are ready to spend even millions to ensure we get justice, other than to just watch anybody. If you are given a document, if you don't understand, ask them, please, can I start snap it so that my lawyer can go through it? I will then know what I'm signing. You can come back and sign. Otherwise, you get a photocopy of whatever document they are giving to you, take it to your lawyer, they'll read it. If it's your if it's a balanced document, then you'll be advised go and sign, or you reject, don't sign. But when you have your offer letter, you according to your statement. That is why I always tell the admins to always have, once there is any issue of employment disputes, they must demand for the complainant offer letter, because from the offer letter we'll be able to intervene in the matter successfully, peacefully, and also diligently. I ask you, you were the one giving statement that you were just asked to start working on Sunday, when you never discussed that with them, and there was no increment of your salary and all that. And I've asked this question more than how many times in your presence, and you have your offer letter where it stated that you will work from Monday to Sunday. Do you used to have off days?
My off, I haven't worked. If not recently, I haven't worked on Sunday, and that's.
Do you hello? These people working here, some are employed here, and their offer letter states that you can be transferred and work any of the branch. You tomorrow you can ask, go and be working in Shasha branch. They may ask you, go and be working in Benue State. You cannot say, I have never worked in Benue State, or have not worked in Shasha branch. I started working here. For that reason, you are not going to resume there. For the fact that the offer letter, the appointment letter given to you, you read it, you sign it. What is binding you and the company is this. So if the company defaults in what they give to you, they'll be held responsible. And if you default in what you sign, you will equally face the law. That is number one. So the issue of you working on Sunday, you agreed right from when you were employed that you'll be working on Sundays with them. And that whom you are working with or whom they attached you with doesn't work on Sunday does not mean, if need be, you cannot be called to work on Sunday. If whom you are driving, your MD, choose to be working on Sunday or decided to engage you on Sunday and you sign Sunday in your offer letter, you will go and drive him on Sunday. So that is sorted out.
Ma,
Then,
okay, sorry, ma.
yeah.
If you look at the offer letter, in June 2019, because Peter said that he has not had any raise as to, because he's working on Sunday, he has not had any raise. In 2021, I have not joined. The salary was moved from 68 to 72.
That is
it's not what I
2,000 naira.
No. 68 to 72. In 2022, it was moved from that same amount to 90.
He never said
I
that
never
he
said
has
he
never
never
been,
increased my salary.
they've never increased
No,
his
no,
salary.
in his
Increment.
statement, while I was listening, he said that that Sunday they asked him to work that Sunday without any
Yes,
increment.
that is the area of
So-
address. I say, if he said he was asked to work on Sunday without any increment,
Yeah.
it should be increment if that was not written
Written there.
there from a section. Hence that has been written. I mean, you have that in his offer letter from a section. You cannot demand for extra, just like somebody engaging you in extra hour or extra days. Please, you work Monday to Friday. If I ask
Yeah.
her come and work on
On Saturday,
Saturdays,
she has to demand.
yes,
Yes,
demand for
because
extra
it's her
fees
right. She can use
or
that
yes,
Saturday for any other thing she likes.
that is it.
Ma,
But if it was information was given to her and she signs to be working on Sunday, nobody will give you an extra remuneration because you work on that day, because that's always a part of your offer letter.
do you know that as far as Peter is here, he's seated here, we go as far as when they are given queries sometimes, they reject it and throw it at us. We go as far as telling them, please read it first and respond. So if Peter had not reacted the way he reacted, I can assure you that we would have even gone back to management. Please, man, or
I'm
please,
going
sir,
there. I'm going there. Did he
So
present the
please,
person that damaged the car?
please, whether
Did he present the person that damaged the car? Have your
the
document.
man have your documents. Yes, the man finally came.
Okay, if the man comes, why did you seize the salary? Because you were unable to get your fund from who damaged the car.
That decision,
Yeah.
right, is management decision, not ours.
The management cannot
So
do that.
Huh?
The management cannot do that. That is where we're going, because we invited you people. You are invited there for us to discuss.
Yeah.
If we cannot resolve, we'll take it up.
Sure,
That is it.
sure.
The man, one, who damaged, there was an accident. It's an accident. There's a difference between an accident and a deliberate damage. That is malicious damage. You are driving, it could be anybody.
Yeah.
He might be driving you and such incident happened. So is it because he was alone in the car that his salary has to be seized after sacking him? Excuse me, HR. Or is it because who he drove was no longer in the car that he have to be sacked and his salary be seized? Is it that they did not get who damaged the car? Did the person deny? The answer is no. If there was an officer involved in the accident that be an eyewitness, the case was reported and there is a truth, there's a fact that such accidents occur. Then who is responsible for the accident should be held responsible to foot the bills.
Okay. Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Okay. You know, in Nigeria, there is this parlance that says, "Now who they catch, now the thief."
How?
Right? Yes, I will explain it.
Explain, please.
Okay. Peter went off route, and that is the anger of management. And I will explain it to you. The office is at Oniru, adjacent Access Bank head office. The expatriate's house is also in Oniru's estate, the other extension, where you have the Logic Church or something like that, just by
Where was he supposed to park the car?
fine. He was supposed to drop the expatriate at the residence, then come back to Oniru and park the car. Peter took the car.
Is it the same vicinity?
Yes.
Mhm.
Peter took the car on his way to outside outside Ikoyi. Osborne is after Osborne Light, you are hitting Third Mainland Bridge.
Yeah.
That's where the accident happened. So that is the grounds of management. Assuming this accident happened, okay, Elvis had it.
I was told you said it was who you dropped that sent
I
you.
drove Mr.
Ashutosh.
He now sent you to where? He said he was the
I
one that
took
sent you.
permission from him,
That
Didn't send him.
and I told him that, sir, I've been complaining of transportation, and what I have is 500 naira.
are they not
That's-
paying you salary?
No, the month has, so this is how they pay our salary. They don't pay regularly end of the month. So as they don't pay when they used to pay maybe 1 week after. And me personally, I even have an issue.
But you've been working there for 5 years.
Yes, ma'am.
And that is how they have been paid.
Yes, ma'am.
And you already know that is how your company have been paid.
Yes, ma'am.
So are you not supposed to have reservation or plan on how you go to work?
Yes, ma'am. This is what I plan, which I think Seth also knows about it.
That
I have a challenge. Normally, my salary is not even up to my expenses.
how is that their business?
But what I do is this. So no, that's why I told Mr. Ashito, and even I told him that I told the HR that if I would have informed on Saturday, then since I did not want to go to work, then I would have shut up myself that what I have with me is 500 naira.
But you're listening to me. This is what I'm telling. This is the same thing I'm explaining to you. Your appointment letter states that you are to work on Sunday, right? And if you know that your Android is not working, why are you not asking when you are supposed to be on duty?
This is it, man. Initially, like you say, there is a place that take this matter from. Let me explain properly.
How about that?
Why I could not able to reach them that Saturday is because all of
Why
them.
were you not at work on Saturday?
Okay, because I'm not feeling fine. Number one.
Why
Number
did you
two,
not resume on Sunday when you know you're not feeling fine? You become fine overnight.
No, not because of even when I went to work on Sunday, it's because I'll take a treatment of myself and a bit okay. That's why I have to manage myself on Sunday.
You manage your schedule
Yes, ma'am.
on Sunday.
Then even let me say something.
I'm not
That
landed.
Sunday, excuse me,
I've not
excuse me,
landed.
sir.
I will-
Yes.
Let him explain.
Excuse me, sir.
It's madam that intercepted me, and of course I couldn't have shut down that. That's why.
You were saying something. Okay, go ahead.
Yes. So when Peter, the expatriate, does not understand the route very well. So Peter told the expatriate, I want to get money from my friend. In his mind, okay, he's around the
Along
office
on your way.
or on your way. If I call Ashutosh now and put it on speaker, you will hear from him. He never knew that Peter went off route. And my question is, somebody wants to dash you money for transport. These days and time, even if you enter public transport, you do transfer of 100 naira for transportation. And this person couldn't transfer 500 naira for you or 1,000 naira. That you have to drive from fuel right now from VI all the way to that place. And you think that management of the company will just say, oh, okay, Peter, it's fine, all is well. Let me tell you, call Elvis, you have their numbers. Elvis was living the same expatriate house and had an accident, and the company have not sacked him.
The same day.
No, a different
About
day.
a few weeks after.
The company have not sacked him. You know why? He's still within the roots of the expatriate house and office. So this is their grounds. And like I said to you, if not for your antecedent, you are gra everything, you think everything is insult, blah blah blah. We could have as try our best, let's be our best, was not good enough. And let me be honest to you, I'm saying this on camera. When this letter came out, your termination letter, I never said a word and I never spoke for you. I'm saying it on camera. Because of your antecedents, you just feel everything with all that you have done against me and everything. I still didn't take it out against you. Because I understand. Yes.
You are bringing up another thing.
We can leave that. Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
I don't know whether I did not report you people. Maybe our personal attitude with
because when you wrote that it is.
If I should be talking of that one, we might leave here today.
When you wrote that Mrs. Joy terminates you, no, Mrs. Joy did not terminate you.
I did not say she terminated me. I said the management. But she's the person that will give me the letter. It's not the HR.
In a company. We don't write to the MD. We don't invite the CEO. We invite the HR.
I know.
It's the only HR that is in between the staffs and the management.
So,
we're able to say something. Sorry. Do you know even in 2021, there was even the windscreen got damaged. There was still, this was still an issue. So to show you that it's not today that we say having issue with Peter on damaged vehicle. You know, for everything that happens, everything is being documented. I was not in the company then, but everything. I was not there too in 2021. I joined the company January this year. Everything is still being documented, which is signed here. So for every damage, you can't expect the company for you to damage the company.
I think is it okay? You make photocopy of all these documents.
I will say something here.
I'm saying it now.
Yes, ma'am. Then must see the invoice that was given to us on the repair of this vehicle.
He knows the company that does.
No, but you people will have taken it to this kind of company. There's no way.
No, but that's the company that does it.
That is not the company. That is not the company.
MDs.
That is not the company.
New vehicles.
That is lying. You are lying.
Look at it there.
It's
part of. It's value. And this vehicle were bought July last year. That June or July last year.
The issue is this. This is where the issue lies. Peter, you wanted to say something so I can.
Okay, like issue of why I was working with MD. Every one of the company knows because we were talking of my attitude. But
no, don't bring that. The question I want to ask is this: did you really go off your route? And you are supposed to pick the car from Allen Avenue 93, pick the expatriate from number 11 Toyin Street, take the expatriate to number 13 off Toyin Street, or then return back to 93 Allen Avenue. Was this your route? Or you pick car from 93 Allen Avenue, you pick expatriate from Toyin Street, then you now decided to go to Ogba to go and take transport, or you drop in at off Toyin Street, then you live there going to Ikeja GRA to go and pick transport before coming back to Allen to drop the car before you had accident. How was it?
My although the issue is that Ikoyi stroke where we are parking the car is like from here to either across Alausa a bit.
Hold on now. If you are facing Osborne,
Yes.
you are facing Osborne going to Third Mainland Bridge. Ikoyi is back of you.
Yes.
Ikoyi is not in front of Osborne. You are backing Ikoyi, coming towards Osborne. Once you pass Osborne, you are climbing Third Mainland Bridge.
I didn't cross. Yes. I didn't cross Osborne. I'm at Osborne. That is where it's happening. Actually, if you
are you
cross
facing
Osborne,
Ikoyi, or
no,
you are
I'm
facing
Ikoyi because I'm coming from Lekki. I was coming from Lekki.
You are coming from
expatriate.
Lekki. No, now.
Yes, ma'am.
If you are coming from Lekki,
Yes.
you cannot face Ikoyi now. You are facing Osborne. They said you are facing towards Third Mainland Bridge.
Okay, let me say I'm facing towards Third Mainland Bridge.
Then Ikoyi is still behind you.
No, I think Osborne is already.
Because if you come from Lekki, you are coming from Lekki, you climb the bridge going towards Falomo Bridge. Either you climb Falomo Bridge, you descend down, or you pass, or you go and return at Inemak former motor, Inemak motor summer, make a U-turn and that's whatsoever. And if you have crossed that place, you've crossed Access Bank and whatever, facing this side, you're already coming to the mainland. Now you're not on the island again.
No, the issue is that is what I'm saying. I was from Lekki to Osborne. I think in my
Is the expatriate living in Osborne?
he's not living there.
Where did you drop him? Was it with you when you?
Yes, man. I dropped him in at Lekki in his apartment, and that is when I begin to ask him for permission. To God who made me.
Permission to do what?
Permission to go and collect my transport fare.
Is it his car?
It's not his car.
It's a company car.
It's a company car, man.
Okay, is it not even better for you to have asked whether if the man that support you with transport than to tell the man you are taking permission for somebody that you are not supposed to take permission?
To God who made me,
yes.
He told me that he does not have money to give me. That Peter, you can go and collect the transport.
Did you call the HR?
I told him from my house. When I was going, when I stepped out, I was walking on the road on that very Sunday. Then close to Third Mainland Bridge, that is when she called me. And I told her that, madam, I have only 500 naira. That I don't know, but I'm going already. Because everybody was saying, if MD discover that they will not go
to... Do you usually sleep in that office?
I did not sleep in the office.
Have you ever slept there before?
For the past, that is when I was working with FPU. And a bus quarter was assigned for us. And that was at least about 2 to 3 years ago. And since then, I'm not been sleeping there again. Yes, ma'am.
And you were supposed to work on Monday.
I'm supposed to work on Monday. So on Saturday, which I did not go to work, I was preparing myself to get my transport fare on Sunday. Even sometimes like that, we do borrow money. But in the issue of my phone or transfer money that Mr. Obina said, they knew that after I locked my phone, I went to block my bank account. And that account that they are still paying my money into, they should look at it. No, excuse me, ma. The account was still blocked up to date. Even my other previous salary, they pay it into my co-worker's account. I think Mr. Kayode is the one that they use for me because I have to road. He's the one that signed it for me.
As at the time you were called and you say you don't have trust, have you been paid salary?
I've not been paid. We are talking of this one was June. It's almost June.
As at that time, you are there owing you, or it has not gotten to where you are supposed to be paid.
Although normally, if the month finish, they'll give us like 1 week interval. You know, it has
not hold on now.
It has not got to when they will pay.
We can owe you even 2 weeks before they pay you. Depends on how.
Yes, ma'am. It has not got to when to pay.
It has not gotten.
Yes.
So nobody in the company should be held responsible of you not having transport.
I'm not asking that from there.
When you said you called the HR, you told the HR you don't have transport, and you are not working. Your work is not a pro bono. You are not working a voluntary work. If it's a pro bono work, then they know that if they call you for your pro bono work, they will support your transportation. When you are working as a staff, employed to work and you be paid, and you are put call across to you, you are supposed to be at work. Once you complain your Android phone is not working, you did not provide the alternative that where they will be reaching you. Okay, they could not reach. Hold on, excuse me. They could not reach you previously, but they reach you the same day you are to resume, which they did not see you. Eventually, they get call across to you. Then you are to resume. You said you are not. You don't have transport. Does that you sound childish? So the HR should send you transport to work for your salary or what?
No, ma'am.
And you that know that the company where you have been working for almost 5 years, they don't pay at the end of the month except a week after the end of the month. Aren't you supposed to plan your leaves?
Yes, ma'am.
And when you have been working and your appointment letter states that you are to work Monday to Sunday, and they have also informed all the staffs that you will be working on Sunday, and your phone is not working, did you take it upon yourself that you should be checking routine when you are slots to work on Sundays?
Yes, ma'am. I think working on Sunday, like he also said, I was just bring into this Sunday's work. I was working with MD for 2 years and some months before I was brought to
So
school.
is that Sunday
And
that
when
they called you
that
that
Sunday,
you were brought to be working on Sunday?
no ma, this is how
So
it
you have been
happened.
working on Sunday
This is
before then.
no, I didn't even agree working with them on Sunday. He must have been himself today. Because when I
listen
was
to me, I'm closing this matter now. You don't talk out of ignorance. You talk to learn.
okay.
So that if you don't work there again, if you are being employed elsewhere, you will use this to learn a lesson. Arguing is like arguing blindly and you are like standing to waste everybody's time, which I don't have time for that. You know this case is live. This is the reason why we don't treat off camera case. So that if we are doing the wrong thing, the world will judge against us. If we are doing the right thing, the world will equally watch and know that this is the right thing they are doing. I've seen so many comments, even from our legal department and other people. One, what bound you and these people is your offer letter. The offer letter states your days of work Monday to Sunday, and you have a day off to rest, which I know you have been taking. You have been you have been having some of your off days. Yes or no?
Ma, I
Have you
think
been having some of your health days? People are calling me, please. Yes or no?
I think if you check my record, it's yes to the just 1 or 2
So
months
you cannot answer
on
me
Sunday.
yes or no.
Yes, ma.
If you choose, if they ask you to work Monday to Sunday and have a day off, you choose not to rest, you are on your own. And if you choose to rest, then you are working in line with your appointment letter. So if they ask you work and rest, the days you are supposed to take off, you choose not to work. Nobody is to be held responsible. Then you don't have anything to engage yourself with. You choose to go and work. But in as much as they are not engaging you on your off day, you choose to work and you are not being invited or engaged, then it is your own mistake. That is number one. Number one, one is state that your working hours days are Monday to Sunday and you take off days. So shifting you from where you are working to where you'll be driving the expatriate. They are still in line with the rules of the company, right? Two, you were asked, there are proofs that you have put up some negligence towards your work by all the queries that they've given you, and some you respond to them with apology, some so many. I think they have one up to three here, up to three, right from when you have been working. Then they come to the extent for a company to seize you are earning 80,000 or less than, and they have to take your a full salary of your salary to replace or paint a car that you are driving. That shows how far they have tolerated you and how careless you are to discharge your duty. That is number two, because they are not just forming it. These are queries they served you and you respond to the query. That is number two. Number three, the company did not owe you obligation. Like my staff, maybe one or two of them, I called them for an outreach on Saturday. You are not supposed, this branch don't work on Saturdays. And I engaged her to work on Saturday. And at the end of the day, I have to remunerate her. I have to pay her because it's never part of her offer letter. So at any given time I engage her, I must ensure I pay her for her off day. Inconvenience.
Yeah.
Not even with I'm talking to you tomorrow. No. At that moment as she's departing, you must give her envelope for coming for that. That is how it should be done. That is what I'm asking. Then, two, as at the time they suspend you for this, you could have gone and begin to apologize. Probably you put up an apology letter and meet one or two persons that may either plead on your behalf. They may have discharged you of your duty or relieved you of your duty without seizing your salary for the replacement. Because if you damage in the front, the guy damage at the back, do you think 90,000 can replace a front bumper that you have damaged, or the back light or the bumper that the person have damaged from the back? That is number three. So you were not being remorseful. That is why they take that decision. As at the time they gave you indefinite suspension, if you relate well either with the HR or other people you feel that they are close with your HR, they would have gone behind and begin to plead. Or you pleaded and started sending message, please, I promise it won't happen again. If it happen, please cease my salary. Then as a human being, they would have put it into consideration, and maybe the sack not coming, either they suspend you or they cut off some of your salary, or even maintain your service but remove your salary or place you where they will be deducting some amount of money from your salary until that is done. But you did not do that. I did not see where you write an apology letter or any of the state that you are sending message or appealing and all that. Four, the issue is that why they stand on it, that the office cannot be able to move further, is you deviate from your route. That is why I told you that you did not. I even told you, if these people send you an error and the car you had an accident and this and they seized your salary, the office is ready to sue the company. And I stated that if the HR, I told her, call the HR again. If we are unable to reach her today, we are not going to ask for another meeting. They will hear from us in court. But at the end, it's always good to have a fair hearing.
Sure.
And we always say it to the public. For whatever reason, how big, how small is your company, once a letter of a meeting is being sent to the company, HR should always make themselves available. One, you might be justified in whatever decision the management have taken, but the story that the complainant will take to the public will be a dent on the image of the company.
Sure.
So if you are not there to clear the air, what they are taking is what the complainant laid, and that is what may be it. So it's always proper to go and respond, to clear the air. And that is the reason why I still ask that I was not told that you were chasing after the man and eventually you had another accident by hitting the man behind. The man could have been held responsible, and it is your duty to arrest the man and compel the man to pay you your money for losing your job because of his negligence by hitting you. That can still be done. That can still be done, because all these things that you are facing now is from this person. Then you were sent for an errand and you have a route, and your route, you deviated from your route. That is why they stand on the ground of sacking you and having your salary, which cannot replace the damage. So one, do you know these people that have alleged you that you were running away with the car and eventually you had an accident? I will explain. Because you were not in your route. You have already been routed. Pick for number one, drop at number three. You pick the car from number C, then take this person, pick this person from number one and drop the person at number B and return to number C. When these three ABC you did not connect, you leave ABC, then you go to Z. Whatever you find there, any allegation that they bring upon you, it will be difficult for you to defend. This is not an issue of you are running away with their car now. It's an issue that deviated from your route, and in the course of that had accident, and they don't even know where you are going with the car because you have dropped their staff. Where else are you going? If you don't have the transporter, you have to work on Sunday. If you want to manage yourself, you would have driven the car straight to the place, sleep in your car, or you park the car because you are the staff of the place and have no transport to go back. Nobody will force you, you must get out of this compound today, whereas they know you are at work and you could not afford transport to your back home, and you are working the next day, and there is a provision for you to sleep, or you are to sleep in your car because you are the driver that drove the car. And possibly the next day you will still have gone to pick the expatriate from his place of work back to work. So moving from where you are supposed to go and you did not go, that is where they hold you, and that is where they weaken our action. Do you get me?
I get you.
So if you have uh, two HRs and we still want to plead with you guys, probably you can still take our message to your management. If you want us to write officially, we can still write. That would be like a plea. If they have maybe sacked him, and then we know the damage would still be much front and back. With somebody coming with force, you are chasing after person, the damage will, if at all, if guys can put it to consideration, the management can say, please assist in giving some money, even if it's half of the salary, because of the situation of things in Nigeria. We're appealing to you people, or to the management, to you people on behalf of the management, which we can still officially, if they do not believe, you can still officially put an official letter to the management then, maybe through the HR, that you guys should please, in the spirit of oneness and as a human being, which anybody can err, they should please consider the fact that he has been sacked, and to get another job will not be that easy. If the management can still assist his half of the salary to begin, because even if they seize the salary, the salary cannot finish the front and back damage, and however they are still bigger than him as at today. If the management can still put it into consideration, they should still please give him half of the salary. We will be happy and we will appreciate the office, please.
Well, ma, let me, before my HHR, please help, let me face the camera. You've spoken well, and I thank you for it. And that is why it's always good to hear both sides of the party before you draw your inference. Otherwise, you might be making mistake. This, do you know that drivers have a place that they sleep?
I've asked you.
Good. But because they used to mess it up, Andy gave an instruction that nobody should sleep there anymore. During this, something happened of recent around June or May, that this scarcity of funds that happened, right? Ask Peter, ask his colleague. I had a meeting with all the drivers. I told them, I will take the bullet for you guys. Sleep here. If MD asks, tell her that I said, because I'm looking for how to ameliorate your suffering. You can't be coming 6 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, all the way from your house with this scarcity of money that you don't have. And I put a caveat. I told them, I said, one of you here will still go and tell MD. And guess what, man? So the speaker that told MD that I permit people to be sleeping in the driver's room. That's why you will not have the conscience to sleep there. This is how far
Yeah.
I personally have gone.
But in a
There are
situation
other
like that,
drivers
it's
there, and you
because
can call them and ask
but
them.
it's not also proper when you make life too uncomfortable for people.
Exactly.
And
No,
what if
but
the drivers
if
also
we-
decided
there is-
to shut down
I would
without
have
calling?
here.
Will the MD drive
It's about my
herself
salary.
Fine.
and drive all the expatriates?
No, the thing is that
There should be
like
a
I
provision
said,
of that
yes,
for
like I
guys.
said, they have a driver's log where they sleep, but they mess it up. They mess it up to the
You
point
what?
that management got
Okay.
angry. I
And
now
HR,
overruled
Those
and
are the
said,
things I even want to
go
explain.
ahead
Madam
and
cut me
stay.
off.
Excuse
And
me,
I stepped
please.
down.
HR, you people still have things to do. You know, nobody's an island.
Exactly.
A situation like this where your staff comes to you, I am not on WhatsApp, I don't have Android and all that. Please, if you go back, what you need to do, they should be always be pasting their routine outside whatsoever. Just give it as a tax sum.
Which,
It's just
yeah,
print it,
yeah.
paste it.
Yeah.
Once there is a change, as you said, print it. It is your duty, if it is sent to the platform or not, go to this place, go and check your routine so that there won't be any excuse. I don't have data, my phone was down, battery no dey, for there was no light, no fuel to charge phone. Paste it, then they check it. Then two, it is very very important, no matter what, try as little as you can to make your staff comfortable.
That's what we are doing.
Because if they have where they are sleeping, this cost, how much do you deduct? How much is the cost of what that is damaged?
That's what I'm
So
saying.
another thing, if you have 5 people staying in the driver's room, let there be a routine. The senior driver should write the names of everybody. You will clean this room on Monday, you clean this room on Tuesday, you will clean this room on Wednesday. You cannot inconvenience people and expect to get the best.
Of course, I agree.
So there must be a solution. You can't have where drivers should be sleeping, then because they mess it up you shut it down where there is a solution to such problem.
And that's why HR is also looking for that solution to make life easy for them.
You have heard what I said. You can do that. You people should not shut it down. Drivers should have place where they are staying, where you are excuse me,
They are
if your
still
driver
there.
is to
No,
to resume,
They are still
if,
there.
excuse me, hello, if your driver is to resume work by 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock, and you know how dangerous is Lagos,
Yes.
when did the person get home after dropping or closing? Traffic you get so midnight. If you have family or you don't have family, you cook and eat. Then what time would you expect your driver that is driving you want to risk the person life and risk your life? The driver will not sleep well, come to your office again, wake up around 2 or 3 a.m. to come to the office to drive. You people should go and do your work properly.
These were my considerations, and that room is
Do
still
it
there.
officially, don't do it as a backyard something.
Even what we're saying, if
It
we
is
to
not.
talk on that one.
It
Okay,
is done officially.
okay, fine.
I took up the responsibility.
I
Say,
was
okay,
sleeping
this is
there.
what I want.
I was only
For my
sleeping there
staff.
when it was assigned to the mopo.
The drivers
And ever since the
How
mopo
many
left,
room?
over just a room like this. And
And
the
then we have
mopo
one
left.
room, head office.
Those
one
mopo
house,
left.
one
How
room.
many drivers do you have?
We have in a pool. We have 5 and 6, 5, and it's not all of them that closes late. So why I did that was those of you that will close late, sleep and get your rest.
How
Don't
many?
go home.
How many of the
The
drivers?
drivers at least up to 9 or 10 before. We are even up to 10 before.
I'm
It was
not
so
asking
difficult.
you. Why do you talk like this?
Sorry, ma. I'm very sorry.
How many drivers do you have that close late?
Sometimes
Yeah.
they can be 3, sometimes they can be 2, sometimes they can even be 1.
So if not, how many beds do you have?
1 bed.
So if it's one bed, possibly what is the size of the bed?
It's not the place is not big. Just
Not a big,
like
just a
this.
small room.
Just is I think it's 4 by 4 and 4 by
We are going
4.
to visit your
I mean,
company
4 by
outside this place. We are going to visit
Come.
your company.
Come.
If you people do anything contrary to what staff should do, we will also not take it lightly with you.
Come.
You have over 12 drivers.
12.
You have one room for drivers to be sleeping.
The 12 is mentioning. I think Peter should be specific when he's mentioning 12 drivers.
12 drivers.
These
yeah.
12 hold on please. These 12 drivers include these drivers, which is 3. All right? They include the bus driver, It includes the dispatch. These people now are up to 5 that I've mentioned now. Apart from, and that's why I told you we have
And
about
the five
five.
of them must sleep in one room.
No,
They are the people that sleep most.
no, the 5 of them don't. I've told you that maximum is 3 people sometimes, and it's not everybody that closes late. The person that even closes late almost on a daily basis is the bus driver because of the deliverables. Almost on a daily basis we have products going outside Lagos, so it's always first start in airport. In you know, when we came here we say let's use it and visit. We went to airport. We have about 5 stores in airport.
What are you going to?
We are into perfumes, luxury, retail.
I bet if they are going and follow them, collect my perfume. So that we'll test it if they have, if they are some perfumes of standard.
Even we sef we no dey use the perfume
or these people have.
you know what na when you meet my MD, we give
coming to
you.
meet
So please, the point is he that goes to equity must go with clean hands.
with clients.
Peter should have made his case easy for us. Like I said earlier on, and I said I'm on camera, that when I saw that letter, I never put a word from her. You should have made the case easy for us. You don't, you have a very obnoxious attitude, and you want to compel everybody to do your bidding, and at the same time you cry for it. Like she said, even if it is not here, when you go somewhere else, read the content. If you don't understand, ask and comport yourself to the rudiment of the company. Otherwise, exit honorably. Like you said, man, we've heard you. We won't disobey you. We will, by the grace of God, try. I'm not giving you a guarantee that management will accept or not, but I will change my mind because of you.
Thank
I
you.
will speak to my MD.
Thank you very much.
If it's fine, well, she will communicate to you. Otherwise, she will still communicate to
I will
you.
hold both of you.
No, but my hand, see my hand, you can't hold me
Because she was
before.
even saying, oh, okay, Peter, you even, this is the cost of the vehicle.
Huh.
She even said Peter should pay. Peter should pay that, see what is costing us, because it's not just the front and the back that happen. There are other mechanical things too.
Which
That
is,
even,
why don't you drop a
which
letter
was-
to madam too? All the things that they repaired in that vehicle.
yes, it was even part of what was even written in the summary.
You can contact the company whether
You can
this
actually find out
these
from
things
them.
are
Yes,
forged.
If this were the
you forgot
case.
that we are also writing quotation on this motor before the incident, which the company has never taken any move about it.
Quotation
I
how?
don't understand.
On some things that got spoiled inside the car.
Some things like that.
No, what
No,
the
we know.
things are the things that are associated with the accident.
Peter,
Like
Yes, ma'am.
the only thing I find there is help me staple it. The only thing I find here that get every person we cover this matter is the deviation from your route. Outside that, that is the only way the case was went. If you're on your route and you had accident, your company will not have any ground to seize your salary or dismiss you because accident could have happened to anybody. And the excuse you give is as good as a childish act. Moving from one thing because of transport, you drive how many kilometer fuel to go and if you had even driven the car to your house without the accident. I don't have transport. I told the HR then both of you will be arguing that you take the car to this thing and not that. But if the car come back successfully, it was not stolen, no damage and not that, it will become a different ballgame entirely. But changing routes and causing damage front and back and not that is annoying, and that is the constraint we have in business, sincerely speaking. And that is why we are also pleading with them, my beautiful sister and my honorable HR, all the honorable honorables, so that if not for, they should just let go of your nonchalant or any way you have offended them. We are human being and anybody
I
can
think
err.
you just write to the man. I think you can
Yeah,
just the same way you
let's
look. those
Yes.
rights so that it can be addressed to her. Once it's
Yes.
addressed to her, we'll just
that she is
so that she
sorry,
would see,
that
just
they are seeing
make the
things.
appearance.
Yes.
Sorry that he has reported this.
We'll move it to MD.
So that
We
Okay.
put
she'll
words.
definitely say it.
Okay.
Yes, she'll
We'll do
definitely say it.
that.
No,
Send-
not you, ma'am. Him.
Eh?
Let him. Right? Judge.
No, she mentioned no, it's human right. That's gone beyond
Okay, it
it
has
now.
gone beyond.
It has
it.
gone
beyond
Okay,
it now.
okay.
Yes, that's gone beyond
We'll
it.
just write an
On
appeal
behalf
to
of
the
Mr.
MD,
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
we'll copy through the HR.
Yes.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
So, I just want to say something. Thank you for the case, the way you handle it. Initially,
I hope
when
you are not going to another case. We are
no,
going
no,
somewhere, have
I'm not going
appointment.
to another
That be
case.
calling
I
me for
want to
area
I want to
Fs.
appreciate you, and I also want to just speak out my mind towards this case. It's not as if as I'm fighting them. It's because I really want to know what is my right. And the body of this case has also made me to understand that because if whether I took permission from Mr. Ashito or I did not took, but what hooked me is because maybe I deviate from the root of the company.
Yes.
I think that is the major point.
Mm.
So since you have seen onto that because you deviated from the root of the company, and that is where you were
Yes. If the accident had happened in
happened
your
at
roots,
the root,
yes,
at
not
their own root,
they don't have any right to seize your
my
salary or sack
So
you.
for that, I'm not making any case against the company anymore. Today, I've known my rights because, and I also want to say that it's not just because I wanted to drive a car to my place or to any other place. It's because honestly, I don't have transport.
You are
And
repeating
then,
yourself.
mm,
You are repeating
yeah,
yourself.
and then since because of I don't have transport and I want to get transport and I find myself where I'm not supposed to be. So it's also a lesson for me that I've learned
Okay.
today.
You can go and ask my I've sacked a staff because of this excuse.
So okay,
Excuse, you wake up from your bed, you inconvenience me, you are being paid salary, and you cannot manage yourself. Anything you are doing in this life, my dear brother, nobody is satisfied with whatever you are earning. It's planning and management.
Exactly.
Nobody is satisfied.
Exactly.
Whatever they are paying her, she's not satisfied.
Yeah.
Whatever is being paid, they are not is not satisfied. If anybody can be satisfied, Tinubu wouldn't have contested for to become a president because he should be satisfied. He's a rich man. Nobody is satisfied. What you are to face is your planning. Plan well. If they are paying you 1 naira, as far as you are agreed to be collecting that 1 naira, plan yourself within that your income. If you did not go out at all that day, what they would do is to minus, if it's 3,000 that day, that is your daily, they will remove it from your salary, and that could have solved the whole situation. You would have still been working, or they will give you query why are you not at work, you are not feeling fine, and you present your medical proof that you are not feeling fine, then they would have sacked you. So if you are being employed somewhere, that issue of you don't have transport, just buried it.
that is the first time I even
Just buried it. Don't even
for
bring
the
it to
past
the
4
hearing of
years.
anybody.
I've never.
Except you are working as a free as a volunteer. Then if you don't go, who is calling you will just support you. Okay, please, come, we are going to support your transport. But if you are working as a staff and you are being engaged with your normal duty, then you said you don't have transport to go back, you are not what is it, gallivanting? Is it gallivanting or galvanizing? Gallivanting to go and collect transport, and you are not driving fuel for 700 naira per litre to go and collect 1,000 naira. I know now. Mr. Peter, that did not make sense.
No, I know. No. The issue is that just like I was saying, if not for that very day, for the past 4 years, I've never one day complained of. I
No
could not
problem.
come
What
to
you are
work,
going to
and I've
do,
never complained
I've
of
had the two
transportation.
HHR and HR this thing. We are going to write an appeal letter to the management in school. Let them see what they can do. at least let them uh, have a message through to you through this office, because we will still have a lot to do with the office, just like we said. Once the matter like this come, before different people started writing to us from here,
Mhm.
which will revisit your office for one thing or the other, and we will write our appeal on his behalf to the office. HR should still consider the fact that his damage cannot, his amount cannot cover the damage. He should please, with the heart of humanity, pay half of the salary, so that he can go for work.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
very
Thank you
much.
so much, ma'am.
Mother,
Thank you.
also, I want to appreciate my HHR and even Mr. Obina. But there's something they say that I did not even connect with any one of them to tell them after they give me a suspension letter. The issue is that self knows about it. My last
No,
one,
it's okay, it's okay,
no,
it's
I
okay.
think my last one was
It's okay,
running
it's
mad.
okay.
The issue, when you called me, I was telling him I'm on my way from Abuja, and this guy was in
Take
the
this.
psychiatric hospital. So what is in my brain by that period?
Sorry about that.
Thank
It was
you,
too much for me to
Thank
like
you,
say
ma'am.
let me
Thank
come
you.
back to you. I think that's why I did not reach you since all this time.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much. All right, thank you, viewers, for being with us. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel on Access to Justice TV, and follow us on our Facebook page of Human Rights Defenders and Access to Justice Advocate Center for that useful information. Please visit our website on www.hrdac.org.ng. Thank you very much. Uh,